Our next guests, Senator Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin and Sherrod Brown of Ohio, are central players in those debates. They also, right now, are leading voices in a push to get the Biden White House to adopt an America First approach to the big new COVID investments. We ask you to take steps to close loopholes that could allow the historic investments included in the COVID relief legislation to go to foreign firms, Senators Baldwin and Brown write in a letter to the president. Importantly, we ask that you make this change before contracts are awarded under the American Rescue Plan and any other legislation aimed at addressing the COVID-19 pandemic emergency. Senators Baldwin and Brown join us now. Senators, thank you both for your time. Senator Baldwin, let me start with you. Candidate Joe Biden campaigned on this idea, trying to redirect more investments from the federal government to American firms, America First, if you will. You want him to do a waiver to trade laws, to close loopholes, essentially. Any response from the president yet, and any worry that he won't do this?
Well, Senator Brown and I have both urged the administration to take this action, especially in concert with the American Rescue Plan that he just signed into law. And we know that President Biden is very supportive of Buy America policies and aware that these large loopholes exist where companies from some 60 countries can compete as though they were American firms, even though they don't employ any U.S. workers or pay U.S. taxes. We do think that firms in the U.S. Need to have a preference here. And also, we understand through this pandemic how serious it has been when it's a global pandemic and we've had severe shortages in things that we need to keep ourselves safe and healthy.
So, Senator Brown, to follow up on that point, that's part of what this is about, right? In the short term, money for American jobs, which anybody watching here in the States should think that is a good thing, but also a reboot of manufacturing priorities so that we're not looking to China, looking to Europe, looking elsewhere to buy things. When we have a crunch like this, a pandemic today could be something else tomorrow. Let's just take vaccines, for example. More than $6 billion in this recovery plan allocated for the vaccine supply chain. We know, reagents and the like, vials and the like, syringes and the like. What is your long-term goal as you make this short-term request?
Well, our long-term goal, Senator Baldwin and I have shared for years, working together, is that more and more that we grow American manufacturing. Too many trade agreements, too many tax laws. The big Trump tax bill of 4 years ago encouraged more companies to move overseas, and we want to turn that around. As Tammy said, Senator Baldwin said, this president campaigned on Buy America. This president is the most pro-worker, pro-union president in my lifetime. He was a candidate that way as the most pro-worker candidate, and now he's serving that way. So this will not be hard to convince him, but we've seen presidents in the past kind of do a head fake towards this and then not engage in the kind of the Buy America work that we want. So this is a short term. This will help our country's workers. But we need to get, obviously, these vaccines out in any way possible. And in the long term, it will help American manufacturing.